channel, Vibe Nation Tarot. I am Asia, and I am here to bring you a general message for the month of November. This message may or may not resonate with every Scorpio watching. If this message does not resonate, because it's not a personal reading, but if it doesn't resonate, just toss it out. It's not for you. But if it does resonate, there should be something here that should help. If it does, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, Scorpio, let's get started. Let's see what's going on in the month of November for you, Scorpio. Clear and concise message. Oops, that didn't go too well. Clear and concise message for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know in the month of November? Give us a clear and concise message for Scorpio. It is Scorpio season. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios who are celebrating birthdays during this time. We just had Mars going to retrograde. So let's see. Scorpio, I got the Ten of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy. Ten of Swords. So there's some sort of betrayal here. Somebody has been backstabbed. Somebody's been done dirty, Scorpio, and you're done with it. Either it's done, you're done, or somebody's done with you, Scorpio. I also see justice here. You could be going through a divorce with someone, or you could be having to go through some sort of court situation with someone. But I definitely see where things are moving forward. There was an opportunity, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. What else for Scorpio? There's an opportunity. I see change here for you, Scorpio. So you guys are going through some sort of new beginning, new cycle, okay? Major Arcana for Sagittarius. You should be dealing with a Sagittarius. But I feel like there's a new opportunity coming for you, Scorpio, in the month of November. This is destined. This is fated, okay? The karma wheel of fortune is spinning. It has spun. All right, so you're at a crossroads trying to make a decision. Should I stay or should I go from someone who may have some sort of in and out energy? Somebody has some, you know, this person was having a hard time trying to figure out whether or not they wanted this. This is somebody who's also very emotional. Now, this could be you, Scorpio. You could be in your emotions right now. You could be wanting love. You could be wanting a romantic start to something. I got Two of Pentacles. Somebody's having where somebody's trying to find emotional stability, right? I'm taking heed to the waterfall in the background. It's giving me somebody trying to balance their emotions, and they're trying to find happiness. The Sun. You could be dealing with a Leo. So this betrayal could have already taken place, and I see you moving forward. There's some sort of new opportunity here because the karma wheel has turned. And it has you at a crossroads. You're trying to make a decision which way to go. I feel like you could be all up in your emotions, or you could be very sensitive right now. But I feel like you want love. I feel like you want to start a new beginning or a new romance or something to that effect. I also feel like, yeah, no. I feel like you want love. I'm seeing where you're trying to get your emotions together, where there's something about feeling more emotionally stable so that you can have this happiness. You had to move on from something, Scorpio. Whatever this was, I feel like you didn't get clarity, or there's no closure in this situation. But you nonetheless move forward, or you're moving for, oh yeah, heartbreak. There could have been some sort of third-party situation. I'm being drawn to the Three Swords here, but I feel like there's been definite heartbreak and sadness. Heartbreak and sadness is here, Scorpio. You had to move on. You didn't get clarity. You didn't get closure, but somebody definitely betrayed you in the last cycle. This is a new cycle. You invested in this situation, Scorpio, but I also see where you got clarity. I also feel like, Scorpio, you're investing in yourself. But take heed to this Seven of Pentacles. This is someone who is tending to this bush. It has pentacles in it. They planted seeds. But behind this person is an empty bowl. I feel like whatever the situation was that you invested in, Scorpio, you didn't get what you expected in return. And I feel like now you're accepting that, or there's some clarity that you got, wisdom that you got since you realized that you were putting into something that did not get back to you. Some sort of unrequited situation or unrequited love. It knocked you off emotionally. It definitely got you off balance emotionally. But I feel like you're getting past that. I feel like the clarity that you received, there's wisdom in that. Your crown chakra is open, Scorpio. Yeah, that was somebody trying to control a situation in a family. Somebody was trying to be manipulative or trying to win at all costs in this family situation. You could have been married to somebody, or you could have been living with this person. But this person was trying to control the situation by using manipulation. This person did everything to win. They wanted to win. And I feel like ultimately it betrayed. It was like you gave this person a few chances to do this to you. Pentacles. Somebody's working. What are they working on? I feel like you were trying to work on this situation. You were really holding on to this, Scorpio. You were really holding on to this situation, this person. You were waiting for something. You had an expectation. And I feel like you stayed trapped in your mind because this, it never came about. There was a lot of overthinking in this situation. Or you could be doing this now where you're just like maybe staying up at night, can't get sleep because you're overanalyzing what took place while you waited for this. You were expecting something. And I feel like now you could be trapped in some sort of, or you could have been trapped in some sort of mental, cycle where you were trying to figure out, when is this going to happen? Why is this not happening? What is it that I'm not doing right? For some of you, you could be experiencing depression, or you could have experienced depression waiting on this situation. I feel like you were really expecting something, Scorpio. You really were. And I feel like you were holding on. You were working hard. Look at this 8 of Pentacles. Dedicated effort. Putting in a lot of effort. Whether that was monetarily, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But you were holding on to something. You were holding on real tight. I feel like there was some... I feel like these expectations were pretty unrealistic, though. It's sort of like, seeing something and then saying, I know exactly how I want this to be. I want this person to treat me a certain way, but, totally ignoring maybe all the signs that this wasn't going to pan out that way, but yet you're still holding on and you're still waiting for results that never came about. I almost feel like this is like, not only did somebody betray you and backstab you, but it's sort of like you kind of allowed it, because I got 10 swords. That means there was repeated effort. But Scorpio, I feel like with the world here, major arcana for major arcana for Capricorn, there's a lesson you learned in this last cycle. And I feel like now you have everything that you need to start this new cycle. You got a new beginning here. Something is closing out. I feel like you're releasing yourself from something that you were trying to hold on to. The ideal of something or someone. I feel like this is you, God of Cups, Scorpio. It's like you are looking at things more from I want to say this God of Cups is finding that emotional balance. Remember how I said you were trying to find balance in your emotions because maybe you felt off balance because of this situation, having these expectations is something, and it just kind of like knocked you off balance because whatever this was or whoever this was, they disappointed you. They broke your heart, right? Well, here's the God of Cups is showing me that you're finding that stability. You got one foot on that rock and you got one foot in your emotions, right? So it's kind of giving me like you're using your emotional intelligence to kind of like calm this water. Because it's pretty turbulent. Like your emotions are pretty turbulent, or were pretty turbulent at the time. And I feel like you're trying to calm that. You're trying to find peace, harmony, and balance now. The Emperor, major arcana for Aries. You could be dealing with Aries and the Daughter of Wands. There could be some... No, I feel like this is you. I feel like you're taking the lead. I see you being more... You're being more logical and you're looking at things using your wisdom and intellect to like kind of grow optimistic about a new beginning, Scorpio. So I see you being in your masculine energy where you're taking the lead, you're strategizing, you're planning, but you were built for this. You're a great leader when it comes to, coming out of a situation or regrouping yourself and, you know, coming up with a new strategy, a new plan. And I see this like building optimism and hope, excitement possibly for some new beginning or a new journey. Scorpio. Scorpio. Yeah, this is definitely about you finding stability. This could also indicate this person, Scorpio, that you were dealing with. Like I said, you could be dealing with an Aries, but you don't have to be. This person could be strategizing or planning to, you know, come in and start a new beginning with you. The reason why I say that is because remember how I said there was justice here, like you might have been getting a divorce. I have the God of Pentacles. This is somebody you could have been married to, and then I got the Four of Wands in a relationship with, right? So the God of Pentacles, this could have been like the spouse that you were married to, and then this representing the relationship. I feel like this person was very impulsive and impatient, or they weren't really syncing up or linking up with your dreams or getting in alignment with what it is that you wanted. And I feel like this person was very determined, but then at the same time, I feel like you grew tired of it. I also see this, Scorpio, as if this is your energy, I see you, again, being determined. You're strategizing, you're planning, you're becoming optimistic and hopeful about this new journey. And I see you finding stability. I see you going forward with what it is that you're passionate about. Even if it means that you might ignore other people's opinions about it. You might have to do that. And I feel like you're being very determined at this time. Eight of Wands. Yeah, moving forward after this divorce, after this separation, or after some sort of legal challenge that you were going through. Justice also is giving me like cutting out things that no longer serve your highest needs. Maybe things that were very difficult. I see this blindfold and a tear coming out of this person's eye. But I also see this been a long road. Or this could be the journey that you're on, headed towards, you know, the unknown. But I feel like you're finding balance. The balance is what's got me. And I see you moving forward. Some of you could literally be moving or traveling. Yeah, you got a new perspective about things. Hangman. You're able to see things from a different angle. You could be dealing with a Pisces, and I see you moving on. Eight of Cups. You're moving on from something that was unrequited. There was no love given back to you. Somebody could be coming in with a message, or you could have made a phone call or said something to somebody, or said something about how you're going to start showing yourself love. How you're no longer going to allow people to disrespect you. Yeah, you're setting yourself free. You're finding peace. So here's the message that you're giving, or you're letting it be known, right? That you're pouring love into yourself. Look at that bird and the sun in the background. This is an opportunity for you to love yourself, Scorpio. Yeah, I see you being, you know who you are. You know what your potential is. You know what you bring to the table as far as, you know, being in a relationship. You're very fruitful. You're very nurturing and loving. Some of you are bosses. Some of you are business owners. You're just very fruitful. And I don't know, I think people just misunderstood you or mistreated you because they thought that you would always be who you are. But you're changing. You evolve. We saw that Wheel of Fortune. And I see where you're ambitious. You're driven. You could definitely be looking more stronger, more attractive, Scorpio. But I see you calling in the things that you desire. You're calling it in energetically. And I see victory. Victory and you being in alignment. You have a lot of hope and optimism surrounding you. I feel like it came from you just really releasing things and surrendering your emotions. You know, surrendering yourself to deal with your emotions, or to have acceptance for the emotions that were coming about. I got victory in the star, major arcana for Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but this is just representing how you're victorious. You've overcome this because you surrendered, and it feels like you're giving in to God, or you're giving into your alignment of your path, your destiny. Yeah, surrender. Yep, there it is again. You're healing, you're recovering, surrendering. And it's like you're standing in your power. You've cut out things that no longer serve your highest needs. If it's not devoted or it's not loyal to you, Scorpio, you cutting it out. Yeah, and this is why you got a new journey coming forward. The Fool, major arcana for Aquarius. This is the new journey. And then it's the God of Swords, like you're speaking your truth. You're standing in your truth. You learned a lot in this last cycle. And you are finding this balance. And you're manifesting. You are the co-creator. You're realizing that you are in control of your destiny. Whatever decisions and choices that you make, Scorpio, that's what's going to either open doors or prevent you from walking through doors. Because energetically, you're calling these things in. Even if it's negative energy or pessimistic energy, you will call it in because you're realizing that you co-create this existence. You co-create things based on how you perceive them. And I feel like that's why you're trying to focus on finding balance because you've been blocked in the past. There have been a lot of obstacles and challenges before you, Scorpio, that have kept you from moving forward. Whether those obstacles and challenges were outside of you or those within you that prevent you, self-doubt, low self-esteem, past experiences, past stories with negative themes surrounding them. But I feel like that's in the past because I see you realizing your potential. I see you really realizing who you are and what you bring to the table. Again, with that Goddess of Pentacles and Goddess of Wands energy, it's just like you're stepping into your power and you're becoming more confident and attractive. But yeah, you went through a lesson. There's sudden change here, or this lesson could have come about because of this sudden change. But a new beginning starts for you. There's some sort of rebirth energy, but it came after, I feel like, betraying yourself, Scorpio. By allowing other people to kind of just walk all over you, because at some point in time you created expectations in a relationship with somebody who just could not meet those expectations. They just couldn't. And I feel like there's a lot of acceptance happening here for you in the month of November. A lot of acceptance in the fact that, sometimes we create unrealistic expectations, and then when those expectations tumble down, we feel betrayed. But the lesson here is to understand where those expectations came from. Look, all that glitters, having expectations and then orphan. Like I said, feeling like you betrayed yourself or feeling like somebody abandoned you, but in reality, there's sort of a level of abandonment that you create by having these expectations. So these are the kind of expectations like that are unrealistic. Like, you ever talk to a child that says something that's just like, yeah, okay, but you still encourage them? Like if a kid say, one day I'm gonna grow up to be president, it's like, yeah, you grow up and be president. You grow up and do all of those things that you need to do, grow in your values, grow in your education and wisdom, get into the politics and charge forward and become that president, right? But then it's like, realistically, you know that out of the population of people in America, only a small fraction of people that'll ever get to that place. But you tell the kid everything to continue to encourage that. I feel like that's what happens to us. We see something or we see someone or the potential in someone. And then we start creating all of these expectations like, oh yeah, we're going to have this big house. We're going to be a power couple. We're going to get married. We're going to have 4 kids. Like, and then this person turns out to be so off or out of alignment with what it is that you created in your reality or in your mind. And then here comes the disappointment. All of those expectations, like each and every one of them become a disappointment for you. And then you start to feel like there's no hope, or you lose hope in a relationship. Then you start to feel betrayed, and you start to feel like somebody abandoned you. But literally, it's like, were those expectations really realistic, Scorpio? Were they really gonna come about? Like, I'm not trying to crush nobody's dream, but I'm just being real. Like, it's about being real, keeping it real with yourself. You have a loyal heart, Scorpio. And I feel like you're turning that loyal heart within. You're turning that loyal heart within. The reason why I say that is the number 35 turns into number 8 when we reduce it. And I feel like this is self-love. Yeah, you're in between worlds. I know that example of the president is kind of like, don't get too deep with it. You understand what I'm saying with that concept. It's like you have to be careful with the expectations that you set for yourself. You know, have big dreams. Not nobody's saying not to dream big, but what I'm saying is like have it. Okay, so if you encourage this child, and then by the time this child, gets in high school, they start to see, or they start to change a little bit. No, I don't necessarily want to be the president, but I want to be a politician. The expectation kind of gets more in alignment with what you can do, what you are willing to do and wanted to do, is all I'm saying. But I see you being in between worlds. You're coming out of something that was kind of ended, it was no longer fruitful or abundant. And now you're stepping into something that has more potential. It's more filled with life. You're healing. You're not done. Actually, Spirit is saying you're very blessed. You're finding your authenticity, and you're changing. Just period, Scorpio. You're changing, and you're being led by a higher power. Okay? I feel like you're overcoming this energy where you may have had a lot of expectations in the past. It's about acceptance, I'm telling you. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like Scorpio is finding acceptance. Clear the text message, Scorpio. Ooh. Again, happy birthday to all the Scorpios. If you like this message so far, don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, here we go, Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know in the month of November? Perseverance is here. So Spirit is saying to continue to move forward. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Absolutely. Scorpio, there could have been a lot of envy in the last cycle. Somebody could have been envying you and trying to make you feel crazy about that. But I feel like with time and patience, everything, they kind of balance itself out. It says, I accept that everything happens in divine order and divine timing. Yeah, these challenges. You overcame these challenges, Scorpio. You guys are persevering. Spirit said continue to move forward. Okay? Because I feel like you're overcoming things and you're healing and mending. Friendships are very important to you, but there could have been some failure in these relationships. But it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason and a season, okay? Everybody's not meant to be in your life forever. Sometimes people come into your life to teach a lesson, and you teach them a lesson. But the thing about it is not to hang on to the past failures, not to create narratives that, ultimately keep you from moving forward and growing. All right, Scorpio, so that's what I have for you for the month of November. I feel like Spirit is telling you to continue to move forward in this new beginning. I feel like you guys are finding acceptance in the last cycle. There's a lot of lessons that you guys are learning from what took place about yourself, okay? So continue to move forward, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks, Scorpio. Take care. Peace.